So to reduce misbehaving and reactivity, we have to look at ourselves. Hey, welcome to my channel. This video is all about reactive dogs and the importance of patience and having patience when you are interacting with your dogs. Patience is a skill that we often don't practice, or we forget to practice it. Not just when it comes to our dogs, but when it comes to our life. We often have to-do lists, days can feel pretty hectic or overwhelming, and when we have a lot to do, we really do forget to be patient. At least I know I do. I know that I always feel like I am multitasking. I'm always doing two things at once, and I often need to remind myself to be present and just in the moment. To be observant, to be still and to be observant are important skills when we are working with our dogs, and something that we should regularly be mindful of and do when we are interacting with our animals. Animals are really good at being present and bringing us back into the present moment. They are especially good at doing this by misbehaving. Behavior is a way of communication. It's a way that our animals are trying to tell us something. Behavior is a form of communication. And when we are present, when we are in the moment, when we are doing one thing and not thinking of other things or trying to multitask, when we are present, aware, in the moment, we can understand what our animals are trying to tell us, or at least gain some insight into what their behavior is communicating to us. Being present and being observant are the best ways to communicate with our animals, to be able to help them before they kind of spiral out of control and start misbehaving or develop habits that are challenging for them and for us. And to be present, to be observant, we need to be patient. And being patient is something that requires practice. Being patient is important because if we aren't patient, we remain in a state of constant reactivity. And our dogs are also in this state. They mirror back to us the energy, our behaviors, our emotions, what we're kind of reflecting to them. They mirror that back. So if we are in a constant state of reactivity, they are as well. Reactive dogs usually have reactive owners. Often we don't realize that we are reactive. It can be hard to think of ourselves as reactive. And of course, being reactive as a human doesn't look the same as a dog that is reactive. When we are in a state of constant reactivity, we are always on alert. We're always checking for the next thing to do or the next thing that needs our attention. We're always trying to think one step ahead instead of being present, in the moment, aware, mindful. When we are patient, we trust that we don't always need to react to something. We don't need to react to everything right away. And when we trust this, when we are able to just pause, take a step back before taking action or before doing something, solutions and answers often come to us in a better way than if we would just jump into action. Being observant and reflective usually results in a better solution. To gain a new perspective or to gain insight or clarity, we need space and time. We need to be able to just take a deep breath, and we need patience to be able to do all of this. If we don't have patience, we can't observe, we can't reflect, we can't pause, we can't take a step back and assess the situation or the challenge or whatever it is that we want to react to. As I mentioned, our animals mirror our behaviors, our emotions, our energy. Our animals act as emotional mirrors, reflecting back to us our emotions. So when we are stressed, when we are anxious, when we are fearful or in a state of constant alertness, when we are impatient, our animals are as well. And those are often behaviors that we try to train our animals out of, which is really challenging when they see us in that state. They don't understand, and it's really hard for them to learn to remove themselves from those feelings and those emotions. And they react from those emotions in lunging, in barking, in aggression, in fear, in pulling the leash. All those kinds of challenging behaviors that we have with our dogs. So to reduce misbehaving and reactivity, we have to look at ourselves. Training does work and it is important, but to get to the root cause and to really bring peace and harmony, we need to look at our own behaviors and our own emotions, our own energy. We need to learn to not be reactive. We need to learn to be present and to be patient. We don't need to take action right away all the time. Slow down and process what is happening. Instead of rushing to correct your animal's behavior right away, ask yourself, what am I not understanding? What is my animal communicating to me by acting this way? Try to view things from your dog's perspective. What emotions, either my emotions or my dog's emotions, are being expressed through this behavior? What is my animal trying to communicate to me? Of course, we need to react if our dog is in danger of harming themselves or harming another. Those type of situations need us to react quickly, but we don't always need to react. Sometimes we react out of embarrassment or shame in our dog barking. We don't want someone else to be annoyed by our dog, or we just feel like we should be able to control our dog more, and we react out of those uncomfortable emotions. So really assess why you feel the need to react instead of noticing your dog's behavior, just taking a second to pause and assess, communicating to your dog that they are safe, that you can handle the situation. You don't need to react. Often we have the ability to stop, pause, and think. I know it feels like we don't have that ability, but taking a deep breath and just observing or just being neutral for a second is all we need. Then later on, looking at the situation, what happened, and assessing how we can do better next time, how we can help our dog feel safer, calmer next time. Just for 1 second, taking a breath and taking a moment to be present with the environment, with our dog, with our own emotions, before moving into correcting our dog's behavior or trying to change or adjust or improve the situation, really communicates to our dogs that we don't always need to be on alert and reacting. It really does reduce our dog's reactive type behaviors. We can struggle with being patient, and we are often impatient when we are uncomfortable with uncertainty, when we feel like we need to control the situation, when we are uncomfortable with releasing or surrendering control. If we are often finding that our animals or other people are testing our patience, it is especially important to be more patient yourself, to be more observant, to be present, and not rush to correct or change right away, and to not put pressure on finding a solution or correcting a problem or misbehaving. When we move to find a solution or correct something right away, we risk our animals mirroring that intensity, which then pushes our animals into a high drive state. Our animals are more likely to become frustrated and fixated on whatever is triggering them or causing them to be reactive. And then it's hard to get them out of this loop, and it becomes a habit. Our animals then often become anxious, overwhelmed, or move into a state of panic, which then can be really dangerous for them and for other animals or other people that are around them. Because this is when they lash out with aggression, all kind of coming from a state of fear. Anxious dogs, reactive dogs, overwhelmed dogs, even shy dogs. These are qualities that we label our dogs when they are reactive, and they often start from our own emotions and our lack of being present, our impatientness, or our need to want to change the situation right away, reacting to the situation. Simply slowing down and being present without taking action won't immediately solve behaviors in your dogs, especially if they have developed a habit or this has been going on for some time. But it definitely is a necessary step in starting to change your dog's behavior. Changing their behavior is a whole process, but being patient is a really important part of the process and will result in your dog feeling happier, calmer, safer. A dog that has been reactive for some time or has developed habits of reacting without pausing will need more support than us simply just pausing and being patient. However, being patient is a very necessary step and something that we need to do to help and support our dogs. Intentionally slowing down, being present, and observing will help us notice our animal's behavior and gain valuable insights into how we can help them and what they are trying to communicate to us through their behavior. Give us insights into the next step to take to reduce that misbehaving, to reduce their reactivity. Consider what emotions you are avoiding by being impatient. Also, what does your animal need from you in the moments when they are reactive? Often they need you to communicate to them that they are safe, that they don't need to react this way, that you have everything under control and you are confident in your ability to keep them safe, to keep yourself safe. How can you show your dog more patience in your day-to-day interactions? It's important that you begin to show patience and pause, be present in the moment with your animal before they have these triggers or react to certain things. You want to develop the skill before you are in a situation where your dog feels they do need to be reactive. Start being patient and present in the moment with your dog in situations where your dog is already feeling calm, relaxed, and happy. I hope this video was helpful in understanding a bit more about reactive dogs and how you can support your reactive dog. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
I'm willing to do anything to provide my dogs and cats the best life possible, full of love, joy, harmony. I believe my animals are worth it. I remember wanting to provide the best quality of life and becoming overwhelmed with diets, products, training tips, and everything else, feeling frustrated, helpless, overwhelmed during challenging behaviors, to now living a peaceful, trusting partnership with my dogs and cats. I tried to understand what my animals needed, which was impossible without understanding their emotions and energy. I am now using these tools and practices to transform relationships with dogs and cats into ones that are synergetic, where we work together and listen to each other. I honestly believe that dogs and cats are here to help us be better human beings. Are you ready to take your relationship with your animal to the next level? Form a bond built on mutual love, trust, understanding, and respect. Invest in your pet's peace, happiness, and quality of life. Enroll in Synergy, heartfelt alliances between witches and their familiars. A guide for witchy dog and cat guardians. Merge with your animal's energy and collaborate to manifest your desires while increasing the well-being of both you and your animal. Pets are more than just animals. They are spiritual beings with unique personalities and energies. Do you love your dog and want to live in harmony with your dog while understanding their needs and emotions? Instead of feeling frustrated or overwhelmed by your dog's behavior, improve your relationship with your dog and help them heal from any physical, mental, or emotional issues. I offer a unique combination of positive reinforcement training methods with energy healing techniques, animal communication, and tarot. Receive a personalized action plan created by a certified dog trainer and animal communicator. This package is perfect for anyone who wants to enhance and enchant their life with their dog. Don't miss this opportunity to get this amazing package. Apply now and get ready to create a magical relationship with your dog.